Good morning. Right, this is where we're at. Most of the thermal or the moisture barrier is in over the insulation. Most of the flooring is cut at least and temporarily fitted. You can't really see with all the junk that's in here. But today's project is getting these seats aligned and fitted, because the furthest one seems to be bolted directly to the floor, which are permanent fixtures, and this one is going to be removable. It's got these quick release clamps which fit into these rails, so I've got to cut them down. I'm going to cut one rail to fit along there and one just the other side of this beam. It's the only location I can squeeze that in, but it is only a temporary seat if you want to take an extra passenger, aka one of the grandkids. So yeah, bit of jiggery pokery and mental stimulation to be done today. I will give an update on progress later. Bye. Alright, good afternoon. Seats. Just cutting out where the rails are going to go for the removable seat. It's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass because the diesel tank is directly below it, so I'm going to see if I can get away with riv nuts. See if that will be sturdy enough. Hopefully it will be. I'm going to have to use some 25mm box steel just to raise it up to where I need it. These fixed seats have been marked, drilled for their fixings, and some plate steel to give a little bit of extra rigidity to the fixing. And now to get the marking for where the floor is going to go in, I'll lay the floor down and then drill up through from underneath and cut a slot between my markings or my drill holes at 25mm wide, the length of these two beams, and then the seats will just slot in and bolt down, and then there'll be a frame built around the legs. I'll just probably do a little under seat storage for the kids when they're traveling, but then obviously you'll see that at a later time. So that's my job for today, and hopefully I'll show you the finished article a little bit later on. Thanks guys. Good morning. Right, today's update, gonna try and get these rails for the removable seat fitted. Let's get it the right way. Now I got some 25mm steel which is going to be drilled and bolted through the flooring, and then the rail is going to be fitted to that. And what I thought I would do is drill and tap a thread into the box steel, and then using M8 16mm long countersunk machine screws to fix that. And because that one goes in a recess, I've got two pieces of 4mm steel which will be drilled through and again bolted through the floor with the box steel on top of it, drilled and tapped for the seat rail to fit. Now today's issue is because I can't drill from underneath, because we've got a nice big diesel tank there and I ain't dropping that. but I've got enough clearance to drill above. You can't really see, but I have got clearance above to drill through to get some nuts in. I can just about squeeze my hand in the gap, so that's alright. Just makes it a little bit more difficult because I've got to cut the floor, and so I've got my slots in it ready for the fixed seats, and the rails will go roughly there and there, and obviously whatever the distance between is. So I got to measure from the end based on the distance from the end to here. So I got to place the floor down. I'm going to raise this up slightly so I can get a ruler in, which will stop against that because that's in the position I want. And I'm going to transfer that onto the wood, drill a couple of pilot holes here on that, and then I've got to cut about a 30mm slot because that sits in the floor with that lip overhanging. So when I put the vinyl flooring down, that will sit on top of it, screwed down, squeeze the vinyl on the edge and give a nice seal. This is for a temporary seat which will be used every now and then, and when it's not in use you can get rubber inserts in a strip which fit in these profiles, keep all the crap out. And because this is right on the entranceway, we're going to have a little mat there, so that most of the time that'll just be covered with a mat, so it'll look nice and neat. And say those seats over there will be fixed, but there'll be a frame put around it, and you know, I'll box it all in so I can have little under seat storage for that, which should be neat. And well, the flooring has arrived today, 2 meters by 5 meters, and it is fairly heavy, but it's heavy duty, so that'll be in one of the next videos. And so all these floorboards will have to come back out, use it as a template then to mark out the vinyl to be cut, flooring back in, vinyl laid down, rolled back, glued, and hopefully and permanent fixture end of, and then we're ready for get the side walls in and start the fun part, which is actual build of beds, kitchens, cupboards, showers, etc. So this is my job for today, and I think it's going to take most of the day because I'm going to be scratching my head a little bit, even though I've got a formulated plan. Let's see how it turns out. I'll try and video some of the drilling and try and keep the swearing down to a minimum. No promises though. See you later. Got one slot cut, smaller than it needs to be, because everyone knows if you work with wood you can always take a bit more off, you can't add any back on. So I just want to make an initial mark. Now I've got this seat lined up. that marked out now. They're parallel with the seat tracks. And the best thing is you sneak up on your cut. I don't care if it takes me a few passes. I'll show you my method for cutting the slots out. Using my track saw as a bit of a plunge saw. And it's done a nice job of that. I've got a 25mm box section to go in there, which will be drilled and bolted to the floor. So unfortunately the flooring's got in, out, a little bit of shaking all about. And then once I've got that done, I've got all the seats in the right position to be secured. And like I said earlier, we can take the floorboards out, mark the vinyl, and then start doing a bit of a permanent fixture. So, see you in a bit.